Good morning, happy Friday. It's Friday the 28th. And this is my second video on giving you guys an update on my current fat loss phase. So my first video was episode 1 and I think I covered week 2 and week 3. It's now coming to the end of week 4. So I'm going to give you just a quick update on things and take you through my day of training and food. So this morning it's just gone past 7:30 and normally I do train early, but my sleep has been shocking this week. It's been so bad. I have been literally getting like 4 hours of okay sleep, and I know it's only me. I don't have to look after anyone else, so actually I know I've got it a lot easier compared to other people who have kids, but I'm just really struggling with my sleep and it's so frustrating. So, oh man, if anyone else out there does and they have any tips, like throw them at me. But anyway, I'm not actually the most lively person in the morning, even though I get up and do my workouts nice and early. Getting up and having like the energy to just go and do it, I don't actually necessarily have the energy to go and talk loads. I feel like there's a big difference there. So I'm getting up this morning and I've just sat at my laptop, made my coffee, and I'm just gonna go through today's content. I'm just going to put together and post, and then I'm gonna have breakfast and I'll show you what I'm going to have, and then I'll take you through my day. But actually, the main point before I forget, updating you on how everything has been this week. Although sleep has been really rubbish, my training has been good actually. Cardio's been good and steps have been good. New weight on the scale actually yesterday morning I was 66.2. I would say it's almost a kilo, but my weight before was about 67.2, between 67.6 sometimes when I fluctuate. If I had 8 more or I had a lot of water on my body, the scales are definitely fluctuating between those two numbers. So now I'm 66.2. This morning I was up by 0.2, so I'm still down. Obviously I'm up just very slightly, but that can be water. It could be the fact that I actually ate late last night. Otherwise, yeah, everything's going in the right direction. I don't want to see a massive drop in my weight. This is very gradual, and so I've given myself 8 weeks, but it might actually just be a bit longer. I'm gonna crack on, and hopefully when I come around to make my breakfast I'll probably be a bit more awake, because right now I feel like I'm just waffling on that with something that just doesn't make sense. I can't put my words together. So I'm gonna make my content, I'm gonna have my coffee, I'm gonna make my breakfast, and I'm gonna show you what I have and then what the plan is for the rest of the day. Breakfast, I have made an oat bowl, same thing that I normally have for breakfast. I have a few breakfast options that I switch around throughout the year, and during the winter I'm just obsessed with oats. It just works well. For summer it'll probably be something slightly different, but in total my breakfast is 234 calories. It's a slightly lower calorie oat bowl compared to what I normally have. I would put in a few more oats. I did 25 grams of oats today. Normally I'll do 30 grams, and I normally add some egg whites in as well to bump up the protein, but my protein for dinner is quite high because I'm using turkey mince and I use half a pack. I should probably buy a smaller pack maybe, so I can actually spread out my calories a little bit more evenly throughout the day. But it's Friday, I'm gonna make a really good pasta dish, which I'll show you later. So that's breakfast. I stick to the same thing, it works for me, and also it keeps me feeling full. I think that's what a lot of people don't think about, is benefits they're getting from the foods that they need in their diet, and this will keep me feeling full for a long time, most of the morning anyway. I also had another coffee as well because I felt like I needed it, and you could probably tell that I'm a bit more lively. I apologize, I've also got the washing machine going on in the background. So today's plan is to finish off my content, and then I'm going to finish off some emails and also go through some client programs, just make sure they're all ready for next week. Then I'm going to head to the gym for 11 and I'm going to walk there as the weather isn't too bad. It also gets my steps in. I've also given myself enough time to block out in a day to go and do that before coming back home, having some lunch, and then starting some calls this afternoon. So I'm going to film today's workout. I'm going to be doing an upper body today. So it's bench press and pull-ups scheduled in, and so I'm going to film as much as I can. I'm hoping the gym won't be too busy so I can get in most of the workout, but otherwise I want to take you through that so you have an idea of what my training is looking like at the moment. And I have planned in a snack before my training, so it'll probably be a banana. Yes, it'll be a banana or a squares bar, but I have left enough calories for both. And what I normally do is I always track and plan ahead. So I get my main meals in, and then I look at what my macros look like, my carbs, fats and protein. And if my protein is low, I prioritize that. I just get the protein in first, then I see how many calories are left. Then I put in my carbohydrates and my fats, which will basically be snacks. So I always find if I plan ahead, put my protein in, then it allows me to figure out what I want as my snacks, which would either be bananas, squares bar, Kit Kat, maybe a cream egg. So that's how I do it. I'm gonna get on with some work. The washing machine is about to go on spin mode, so I will give you an update before my workout and film my workout for you and go from there. Okay, I'm going to do my workout. It is coming up to 11. The aim was to get to the gym for 11, but it's okay. I managed to get what I needed to do this morning with my work, and I've got changed for the gym. I'm just about to have a banana, and I've drank lots of water. I've had 2 coffees, and I've had my breakfast. So yeah, that's it. It is coming up to 3 o'clock. I can't believe where this day has gone. So I went and did my workout, and I'm just going to take you through my workout because I managed to film pretty much every single exercise, I think. The gym was so quiet. I got back at 1 o'clock and I whipped up my lunch because I had a call at 1:30, so I didn't actually sit down and talk through it. So I had some chicken sausages, I had basmati rice, and I had some tomatoes and avocado. So I whipped that up and put it together, and that was 451 calories and a good amount of protein in that as well, and was quick and tasty. So that was what was planned in. When it comes to my meals, I try and make sure that I have a lot of lower calorie options so that I can fill my plate up. And I tend to do that with my meals anyway. I think just with over time and with a lot of practice, I've just been able to include low calorie foods in my diet so that it looks like I've got more on my plate. Yeah, over time I've just been able to do that, and then it makes it easier when it comes to fat loss. But when I'm not actually focusing on fat loss, I do definitely have a bit more higher calorie options in my diet because I enjoy them and I'm able to have them and still maintain a body weight that I feel happy with. So I'm going to take you through my workout. I started off with the bench press. Bench press I have started introducing, I think beginning of December, and I had a bit of a shoulder injury. That's why I didn't really include it in my sessions for a while. But I like to feel strong in my workouts. I like to have different exercises that I can focus on being able to see my strength improve, and bench press is definitely one of them, and I feel super strong when I do it. So most of the time my goals are about my appearance. I do like to focus on how I look when I am trying to build muscle in the gym. And that's not a bad thing. My main exercises are always going to be prioritizing the areas that I want to build, and I feel a lot of people on social media say stop focusing so much on how you look and actually focus on the strength that you can gain from lifting weights, how you feel, etc. That is also what I focus on. It's also what I focus on with my coaching, with my clients, because it is so important. Exercise gives you that feeling that you need every single day to feel energized, to feel your best. Always focus on that. That's why I do have strength exercises in my workouts so that I have a goal to work on and it makes me feel good, as well as being able to build shape to my body, because we don't see muscle being built every single week. We don't, but we could see a PB a lot quicker in our training compared to actually seeing the muscle that we're building. So I think having both, for me, balances my goals out really well, and I enjoy it. After bench press, I went into overhand grip pull-ups, and this is something I've been working on for years. I have had time off in between, so I haven't been really consistent with trying to get stronger. In fact, I've noticed a huge improvement with my strength over the last 8 months with my pull-ups, like a huge amount, because I have been so dedicated and consistent with them and really enjoying it. At the moment, I think I'm performing around 5 to 6 reps on a good day. Then I went into the Smith machine overhead press. So this is just another shoulder press movement that just makes it a little bit different compared to using dumbbells or machine or barbell. I like the Smith machine overhead press, but it actually really gets my shoulder. So I do have a bit of a shoulder injury, or ongoing shoulder injury, which I haven't really been able to figure out what it is. And there are certain exercises that trigger it. This one definitely does. And I gave it a go because it was free. I would actually normally do a dumbbell shoulder press, but I grabbed the Smith machine and I think it's probably just going to be a no for me, which is slightly annoying because I really like that variation. So in my upper body session, I like to split it into push-pull movements so that I've got a good balance of doing my back and shoulders 2 sessions a week. So then I went into the plate-loaded lat pull-down, which is an underhand grip. So I like to switch my grips up in my sessions so that I did an overhand grip with my pull-ups, and now I'm doing an underhand grip with with my lat pull down, just to target the muscles slightly differently. So I am going to be using a bit more biceps, but I'm also focusing a lot on my lats and mid back, and I'm pushing for 10 to 12 reps on this. It was pretty challenging, as you can see towards the end. This is how I tend to finish every set. So you can see I'm getting a little bit slower towards the end and knowing that I can push for another rep. So not every rep is going to be straight down and back up. You might find towards the end, if you know you've got a little bit more in you, you might take a brief pause at the top and then really drive back down into that movement where you are contracting the muscles a lot more and you are going to be feeling fatigued. Then after that, I went and used the rear delt machine and get a good 3 sets of 15 in this. So with this movement, you want to make sure that you are driving your wrists away from you, and you just keep this movement nice to control so that you're feeling all the load go through the back of your shoulders. This is an area that I am really trying to focus on in my sessions, improving my shoulder development overall, but also hitting a bit more of the rear delts, the back of my shoulders. And the rear delt machine is a great machine to actually target and control the movement so that you can feel those shoulders working. And then I went into a tricep dip, which only the other week I managed to do a bodyweight tricep dip, which I was so happy about. So I've just put these in towards the end of the plan. They're not my go-to, but also it's just another strength goal where I thought I would actually never be able to do tricep dips. Honestly, never, ever, ever thought I'd be able to do tricep dips. And I managed the other week just to whack out a few because I thought, well, why not? You know, let me give it a go. And I think I'm doing 5, 6 reps. And I think 6 on a good day, otherwise it's normally 5. But I felt quite fatigued towards the end of this session. I'm not sure why. I think it was a pretty good session. It was pretty tough. And then I went into a dumbbell front raise. I normally do a seated dumbbell front raise, but as I was upstairs, there were no benches. I thought I'd just grab a dumbbell. I was also pushed for time, so I just put in 20 reps with a 30-second rest in between, and my shoulders were killing me towards the end. So that was one of my upper body sessions, and that is how I basically plan my workouts. I start with my main compound movements, and then throughout the workout I then go into more isolation exercises or exercises with higher reps. Sometimes I can't always get onto my heavier lifts to start with. It doesn't always matter. It is very frustrating when you can't get onto those exercises first because you want to be able to put all your energy into those exercises, but it doesn't always happen like that. So, and I don't always get to do my compound movements first, like my pull-ups, my bench press, my squats, my deadlifts, etc. So I have to start somewhere else, and that's just having to work around a busy gym. Now that it is coming up to 3:10, I'm now going to go straight into some work, and I'm going to work on my Lift with Beth program, which is a group strength training program which is based in the gym, and it's based on a lot of, again, compound movements to help with you progress with your strength, feel confident developing those exercises. And it's just a really good community of women where I'm able to actually interact with you guys and give you some tips to help you progress and a good plan to follow. The plan always changes every 4 weeks, but for 3 months we're focusing on particular exercises and helping you progress with those exercises. And then it's going to take me to 5-ish, and I'm just going to make sure that my content is all done for Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm going to put in some steps. It's such a nice day. If I can get outside earlier and it's still light, I will go out and get a walk in, and then I'll come back and I'm going to start looking at prepping my dinner, which I'm excited to show you because I've never tried cooking this dish, but it's just something different. So I'm going to crack on with that, and then I will catch you later when I cook my dinner. Good evening, guys. It is 7:45. Oh my gosh, 7:45. I don't know where the afternoon has gone. I have just made dinner. I normally cook a nice dish on a Friday night, and then I post it into my group so my clients can see and they can use that recipe as well. So I'm going to share it with you. I have made this amazing pasta dish, which actually I'm going to just show you a video over this. So I made a turkey bolognese with big pasta shells, and I used tin tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, garlic, and I used light Philadelphia and sort of made a creamy sauce with it with cheddar cheese, and mixed it together, mixed it in with the pasta, put the pasta on top of the turkey mince, and then put it in the oven and topped it off with a little bit more cheddar cheese. I used lighter cheddar cheese, and voila, that is my dish. So that is my dinner tonight, and I'll go through the calories. It is a bigger dinner than normal. It's coming up to 720 calories, which isn't too bad for the amount that I've got there. And I've basically used as much low calorie options to keep the calories low, so that I'm not having to wait around the whole day without much food for this bigger meal. So that's what I've got. I also didn't video earlier my yogurt bowl, so I did have a yogurt bowl. It was automatic. I left my desk, made some yogurt, went straight back to the desk, carried on work, and so I forgot to really video it and show you what I was having, but it was nothing exciting. It was just a Greek yogurt bowl with peanut butter over the top. So that is my dinner. And I am enjoying a gin as well because I had some calories left and I thought, why not? And most of them were carbs and fats. I hit my protein goal. So rhubarb and ginger gin, which I really enjoy. Gin is my go-to alcohol option, especially when I'm dieting because the calories are lower. I am a wine lover. I do really enjoy some wine, but I prefer to have wine when I'm out. I don't actually have it at home. I don't drink often. I like to have a drink maybe on a Friday night and a Saturday night. I just like to have one drink at home. Alcohol's not off like limits when I'm dieting. It's just all in moderation. That's the most important thing. Same with my other foods such as chocolate, cake, etc. I just try to stick to the lower calorie options, so I'm still including it in my diet. Otherwise, I would go absolutely crazy if I don't have any of it in my diet. Like, absolutely crazy. Couldn't do with it. So that is my day of food. I'm now going to sit down. I'm going to watch some Netflix. I'm going to chill. And then I'll be heading to bed a little bit later on. It's been an awesome day. I also got a walk in I went out at 6 o'clock. So my total steps for today are 12,000. I did my upper body workout. There's no cardio today, thank God, because I actually had no time to do it and I didn't want to do it. I just felt like a nice steady walk was good. Calories have been good. I've hit my protein target and I've managed to have a really good day of work. That is where I'm at. Oh, I hope that was good. Hopefully I'll see you in the next update. If you have any questions, drop a message below. Otherwise, subscribe would be great, and I'll see you in the next one.